Hey everybody, welcome to Generation Dan. My voice is being rendered by AI because I've been combined with William Shatner. I'm Atlas Novak. I'm your millennial. Who else is here?
Why would you be combined with William Shatner on May the 5th? That doesn't make any sense. You're a ridiculous person, sir. I'm Dino the Genetic Marvel. I am just always curmudgeonly and older. And with us, our wonderful guest is Queen Phee. How are you today?
How you guys doing? How are you doing?
Good.
Alive and kicking. Cole right out of the gate going, the fuck?
Yeah.
Finally.
Right.
You know what? Okay. You know what? I'll clear up everything right now, guys. The reason I was late specifically was because
And this is going to be what we're eating soon, so everyone else can suck it. And this is
that's what I was eating this afternoon. Was an entire lamb on a spit because it was Greek Easter. Atlas is frozen right now. I don't know what's happening with Atlas's screen, but hey. Anyway.
No, I'm okay with it because, like, I mean, this is the second time y'all niggas been late. I've been on time. I've been sitting here like on my phone, like.
Listen,
cool.
you're just proving everyone wrong. It's a good.
I'm okay with it.
Atlas, welcome back, sir.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. And then also, like, Phee was all pixelated for a second.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Not to him, which means that's the one that matters is on your end.
I mean, it's something. No, this is the thing is that so today is Easter for people who are Greek Orthodox, and essentially it's not when normal Easter is; it's Greek Easter. So everybody is kind of going nuts, like, but only at Greek places. So every Greek bakery I went to and butcher shop, it was a madhouse, and everywhere else was nothing. Nobody cared. And I'm like, oh, you guys don't know. It is Greek Easter. It is the most important Easter. That's fine. Doesn't matter.
So do like y'all just eat all day?
All day, like non.
I'm for it. I'm for it.
And this is when you get the full lamb, the whole lamb on one barbecue. It takes 4 hours, and then everyone just sits and eats until everyone is food pregnant.
Yeah,
the best.
I prefer that pregnancy.
I mean, you have experience. That's
like
only
7
fair.
times.
Yeah, I mean,
7, yeah.
Like, I mean, I would think after 3, you're like, all right, just shut it down. This company.
Oh no, I don't understand addiction.
I mean,
Jesus died different for the Greeks.
Jesus died different for the Greeks. I mean, that's absolutely 100% accurate, sir.
Yeah. Now, does it rotate like it does for the other sects of Christianity, or like depending which Sunday? Or
so the difference is that the Orthodox celebration of everything follows like a lunar calendar.
Okay.
Right. So, which is similar to Judaism. The only one that screwed everything up was Christianity. And they're like, we're going to make it this weird other day. And you're like, why? Because it's with a pagan holiday.
We don't know.
What the hell?
Well,
right, no, for real.
Probably what they were doing is trying to like appeal to pagans. They're like, you can do your pagan stuff. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the funny thing is like, listen.
I mean, but the craziest part, there's something there. But the craziest part is like, it literally says that Easter was on Wednesday in the midst of the week. And then they still just decided to do it on a Sunday. Like, huh? Like, I mean,
hey,
I'm gonna shut up.
This is the one thing that I appreciate. So my wife is Chinese, and like they still have like there's a harvest festival, there's a there's a spring festival, there's a midsummer festival, and you're like, you got to remember these are specific times in the year for farming, agriculture. Like that makes sense. The rest of it has nothing to do with anything. It's all just fucking craziness. So.
Were the Kai Fang Jews Chinese or Japanese?
Chinese. Yeah. Yeah, no.
See, they got it all.
Listen, she was also born in the UK, so technically I colonized myself. I'm like, there you go.
Yeah, that's
how the Greeks have to do it. Yeah,
that's pretty fun. I mean, part of the reason that the Crimean War happened was Orthodox. What's it called? Like Easter week and the Protestant landed on the same week as each other, and everyone was there at once, and a bunch of riots happened.
Do not get in the way of Greeks doing fuck all on a celebration. The point is, you do nothing. You cook the food, goes on the spit. You buy a motor, so it just sits there and does its thing, and then I'm gonna eat. If you want,
so is this a cookout I could come to?
Oh, listen, Queen Phee. I had to explain this to all these white people. I'm like, Greek people will make sure that the racism is fucking hilarious. Okay.
Okay. Because I will.
There's no racism to be mean. That is what children do. No, we're racist because it's fucking hilarious. Okay, that's why. That's
okay
why.
With that.
Yeah, exactly. You see, that's
as long as it's like a two-way street, and they don't kick me out or poison me. We're good. Like,
listen, we will join forces and make fun of the whitey. It'll be wonderful. Okay, the crackers are the worst. The crackers, they are so dry.
Crackers, you're hilarious.
Like. The racism coming from where I'm from is all like crunchy NPR hippie, like so pretending they're doing the right thing, but like saying dumb shit. At least with his, it's funny.
I mean, when it's at the white people, it's not really. It's just offensive. It's not racism.
Yeah, that's also I love. Best part is if you're gonna be racist, own it. Making sure it is the best shit that makes everyone fucking laugh until they're crying. Okay.
Honestly, those are the things that take racism away. That you know what I'm saying? Like those are the funny things we need, not the stupid things or the unthought of things. Let's be real.
Listen, if you're like, I feel like this is one of the challenges with being a comedian is some people can only handle low-hanging fruit. They don't have the ability to actually comprehend complex humor. And you're going, I'm out here.
That's why you have to pick your audience.
Absolutely. Like, and look, I remember when I was first starting out, I went to an amateur night because I'm old, right? I like to, check it out, see how everyone did, what kind of crowds you're at, and then I'll ask to perform. Until then, I'm like, I want to see what you got. And I've been to places where I'm going, I can't perform here because I will drop I'll call somebody a retard. I'll call somebody a queer and everyone's going to get mad at me. And I'm like, listen, get over yourself. I'm Greek. I can call anybody anything. It's
honestly, I was about to say, I've been coming, literally, I've just been saying it's not racism. I'm Black.
I mean,
and I go for it. I go for it. And if you're offended, then you're offended. Because honestly, that's where I kind of hold it now. Is it's more not even a lot of times people say something and it might have been offensive and had to do something with your culture and they put it into racism and it's not racism. No. So
but that's the problem.
I think Atlas is frozen again.
I think he just got offended. He's like, you people are making fun of the whites now. It's bullshit. No, and he's just like,
you're both white to me. So.
See, but this is the difference. Look, so I've had to explain this to people where I'm like, bro, you got to understand that up until the 80s, you and I were called the same word. Okay. That's how it was. Okay. The difference is people would put sand in front of it for me, which I'm like, bro, I'm in the mountains. I don't know why you're saying anything with sand, but that's fine.
Oh, well, yeah. Whenever y'all have y'all skin tone and y'all tans, it's.
Hey, you give me 2 weeks in the sun and everyone just saying, they go, but I'm like, okay. Sure,
and that's why people have to be more intellectual about that also because the white, Black, there's a whole thing. It's white, Black, Mediterranean, Oriental, and something else. And this was a structure. So even whenever there's people that are saying, I'm not white, it is a type of white, but you're not that white. You're not those people. Listen, that's what we're saying. You're not them.
I remember there's a guy out of Detroit, Jay, I forget what his name is, tall guy, and he's I think his mom is white, his dad is Black. Okay. And he gets on stage and he uses the N-word and he's like, are there any other Black people? And somebody in the back is like, not you, bro. And he was like, oh shit, because he's got light skin. I was like, damn, that's mean. I'm like, fuck, man, there's a whole other level of humor. You got to be prepared for that shit. Because I'm like, but be funny. You
got to be prepared to. Not only that, it has to be funny because if it's not funny, I told one woman before, she was like, and she was like a biracial, a woman, I think, black and white, but she was basically trying to convince us she could say the N-word. And I was like, and everybody's like, I get it. But I had to let her know. I was like, if you're that comfortable saying it, you have to be prepared for getting your teeth knocked out.
I mean, listen, okay.
And that's just like you, because not everybody's going to know your background.
Listen, was her last name Dolezal? Was it her? She was like, I can say it. I lived the life. You're like, listen, lady, you didn't live shit. So it's
I did not understand how she passed, like how she
got through. She didn't pass. She got through. She was there.
Through. How? She looked like she spray painted like.
Listen, that's the weird thing. So, okay, hilariously, so the subject for today was supposed to be kind of AI.
She was the AI.
So I have a few friends who every time, how with AI, they'll be like, okay, they'll mock up your face as of this, whatever fantasy or whatever. Every time it does it, it changes him to a black man. And he's like, he goes,
seriously?
That's hilarious.
Kyle,
that's amazing.
You met Kyle. Kyle is a white guy. He's from the Italians. Yeah. I'm like, bro, you are like most Caucasian of Caucasians, right? And he's like, it keeps on making me a black guy. He's like, I feel like I should get an N card. And I'm like, I mean, listen, bro.
You're reaching. Sorry.
Like, he's also 6'6" and like a trained fighter. I'm like, you can get away with it. It'll be fine. But like, I don't think you need to invoke that kind of hatred. It's just going to cause problems for you.
But. Yeah, no, but I don't think he's still white passing. So
I mean, this is
his features don't even.
No, not at all. Not even remotely.
That's what I was trying to get there. I was trying to think maybe it was the nose. The nose looked a little thick.
I get the pass. It's like, listen, AI has officially given it to him. I'm like, listen, this is why
created by
the Asians, obviously. That's
now I'm wondering if do you remember that South Park episode where all people in the future they become one race over like thousands of years?
Yeah, everyone is beige.
Yeah.
Yes,
everyone is beige.
Yes.
What happens then? Do you think it will have been so long that the N-word still carries that weight with it, or what?
I honestly
assuming that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will.
Again.
Yeah. No, it's more so the idea that we'll all be one uniform color is impossible, just because that's just not how genetics work.
Yeah.
Other than if you start culling people who are the wrong color, which you're like, hey, bro, we're not allowed to do that one. I'll tell you that. That's the
idea that it's actually about color. It's not about color. So I mean, the color is the title. Color is a hint. Color is the clue. It's not about color. Everybody that thinks it's just about color is just naive.
Listen, and that's the worst part is people assuming you're like, listen, the fact is that it's the biggest joke is that you're like, oh no, we're all getting fucked here. The difference is that we're all being distracted in a different way.
Everybody's getting distracted.
And you're going, yeah, that's the real problem. You're like, oh no, we're all getting fucked here, and that's the real issue. But we're all getting distracted, we're all getting pushed in different ways. And if anything, our hate is encouraged when you're like, bro, we should be encouraging the jokes. Because I'll tell you, I remember, so this is one of the best jokes that I've ever seen actually happen. Was I have a cousin in Greece who, as a ne'er-do-well youth, okay, this guy could steal your pants while you're wearing them. Okay, this guy was an artiste. Okay, he was not a pickpocket. He was an artiste. Okay. And he'll drop jokes on you. So for a while, he was a taxi cab driver, which I'm like, listen, everyone knows taxi cab drivers got the best fucking shtick. Okay. Because they will swear at you in like 9 different language and none of it was English. And you're like, that's just top tier shit. So we'll go to a restaurant. And the thing is, because they're the main immigration wave from the Middle East was to go to Greece, and then Greece, you get access to Europe, and Europe, you get access to North America very easily. So there was a lot of people who were from Southeast Asia and the Middle East in Greece. Okay. So my cousin would refer to all the waiters as Bangladesh. And the guy's like, I'm from Pakistan. He's like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to call you Bangladesh. And you're like, bro, that is a no fat joke. You're like, that is a top tier joke for anyone who's like, hey, Bangladesh, come here. And you're going, bro, that's a funny fucking joke. But he was never mean. it was always back and forth because that guy would roast him for being Greek and being lazy. He's like, oh, you guys built architecture and now you guys can't even sit underneath it. It's cornered off so the white people can go look at it. And he's like, shit. It's true. It's great.
I mean, like you said, we all been screwed. So like so everybody has their own version of being screwed. Like I think that's where, whenever it comes to comedy, that's where we need to be stitching all the fabric together. Is the fact that let's laugh at that shit and get over it. You know what I'm saying? And find the solutions. But there's so many people that, I mean, especially when it comes to media right now, media is the very first thing that wants to talk about it and not give a solution. So,
well, that's okay. So, okay, Queen Phee, you might remember this. Listen, I always assume that you're older because you have like 900 kids, but you don't. You're still young. You're like, I started early. I don't have to worry about it. I'm 43.
How old are you? Okay, you're not that far from me.
I know, but I also have this face. So like people just assume I'm like Father Time out here. But
yeah. He's like he's Santa Claus's little brother. Like it hasn't gone completely white, but it's getting there, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like the one holding on. Like I'm the Santa, I'm the Claus that actually uses like Just for Men or something. And they're like, oh, he's trying to hold back the time. Good for him. I'm like, I'm not. It's just going gray in a weird way. Yeah. But like this is the weird part is that you're going, look, if we all just learn to focus on something else instead of look, there's like I've been going through this where I'm like, I want to do stuff, but then they're like, oh, you need a college degree. And I'm like, for what? I'm like, why would I need that? I'm like, bring me a college student and I will show you what the meaning of life is. I will destroy their entire brain because I've actually had a real life. And honestly, I have a wife who regularly tries to murder me. I'm like, I
There's
know.
There's a heroin addict that's a professor. He's like a functioning heroin addict. Like,
okay, I love the idea of somebody, because when you say functioning heroin addict, you like you're thinking the scene from like Train Spotting or whatever, where they do that and then
What's Train Spotting?
Dino knows what I'm talking about.
The whitest of white movies.
Yeah,
it's fine.
but
okay, never mind.
There's a scene where they shoot up heroin and you see like the eyes dilate.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
I got you.
But the way you're making it sound is he has it just like coffee, where like he comes in and he's like, 1 second, students.
So
so let's talk about Proust and
interestingly enough, you can smoke heroin. You don't have to inject it, just for knowledgeable sake.
But it's funnier that way.
It is funnier that way. But like, look, but that's the idea that So one of the things we talked about here, Queen Phee, has been like, I have started doing mushrooms and I'm like, I'll do mushrooms. And then I'm like, I need like 2 weeks before I can do anything like to get high again, because I'm like, I do the mushrooms and then I have to process my experience. And I'm like, that is not, I'm going to have a couple beers for my friend. No. That is, I figured out that the only problem left in my life is me. I am the problem. I have to now fix that. And I'm like, you know how they're like, oh, handle all the small things. There's no small things as far as the eye can see. I am the only goddamn problem in my life. Just this right here. I'm the problem. It's me. So mushrooms, welcome. Yeah. It's like, hi, it's me. I'm the problem.
Yeah. If you guys want to hear more about this, go check out the episode Hire a Giant with the first mention of Kyle.
Yeah.
That's like the thing, you know, in a good TV show where like they mention a character a few times and then he's introduced. That's the mention.
Yeah. I was the beginning of Kyle. No, but the funny thing is that Kyle. So I'm like 6'2", 6'3", and 250 pounds of like man, right? Like people look at me and nobody's like, that might be number one, some sort of new type of livestock or a giant man. One of the two. They're like, it's definitely a beast of burden. And Kyle, similarly, so like Queen Phee, I explained this, that I'm like a giant person and Kyle is like a miniature giant. Like he's too big. You're looking at him, you're like, oh, that's not a human person. That's
I like big people. Like my baby daddy is like 6'3". Like, listen,
wow. That's only because you can climb on them and ride them like horses. So you're just like,
that's it's a jungle gym.
100%. There's no question. I am legend. I mean, that's fair. I've always explained this to me. Like every time I meet a short comedian, I'm like, bro, listen, go watch Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. We could be Master Blaster. You can jump on my shoulders. I'll be the giant guy in the thing.
Almighty in a dramatic way.
I mean, listen, this can work. And they're all like, okay, whatever. I'm like, all I need is another person to buy in, and I'm game. Right? Because I mean, and listen, you look like someone who would also like whip people as
I'm
you walk by.
5'4".
Yeah, that's fine.
5'4". I'm like I'm like 115 pounds on a wet day, like out of getting out of the shower. Like
Jesus Christ.
Nothing. Yeah.
That's like, listen, I was thinking about this before as to how I could introduce you, and I was like, technically, I'm like a 6 Queen Phee Voltron. Like I could just like put 6 of you together and be like, yeah, exactly. Like I could transform him, like bam, you know, like
that would be cool.
I mean, it's the only problem is then you're just there's a lot of I could definitely do it. I feel like that's my goal, is to work out enough that I can no longer be mistaken for some sort of person Voltron. But you know, at the same time,
that would have been so good during Cole's roast if all of us were just mentioned like to be part of Dino.
That would have kind of been hilarious.
Well, so for the longest time, I would tell people I'm a 6 midget Voltron because I used to be 500 pounds. And I'm like, because the 6 midget was just my belly. He's a belly midget. Like he just gets strapped onto the front and that's it. Mm-hmm. And people were all for it. And now I try and say that and they're like, you're not big enough to be 6 midgets. And I'm like, I think I can. I'm still Jim Eaton. I'm 5'9".
Okay, 4.
5'9" wide.
5'9" what? Jeez, Jim.
5'9" tall. Listen, being a circle is still a shape, Jim. And that's what matters. Okay?
Good for him. So this is mostly talk about the future. But in terms of AI, like as a teacher, I gotta grapple with it a lot because it's a lot of kids being like, "So you assigned me something." Well, how about this? And then you're like, "That's come on, man."
So, okay, but this is the inherent problem. If anything, I feel like that's the journey of mankind is those who try to educate and those who are being educated trying to pull a fast one on the educator, right? Yeah. Which is children with their parents, students with their teachers, employees with their employers. This has been the test of time, right? And the fact is that each time there's some scam. Like, look, when I was young, if you had to write a book report, you'd buy the Cole's Notes and you would get all the details of it. And now I forget, there's another one you guys have in the States. It's like I don't know, maybe it is Cole's Notes, but essentially it would be like an abbreviated of a book.
Oh, Spark Notes.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Spark. Yeah.
So, but the fact is that the real skill that you learn is being able to read a book quickly and efficiently and to accept the knowledge. And now people are like, you gave me an assignment to create an opinion. I'm going to use the robot. And you're like, no, the skill that you're learning isn't to write an essay. It's to be able to formulate a thought from birth to conclusion. It has nothing to do when you're like, I learned AI. You're like, no, that's you idiot. The whole purpose of doing it.
And right? Like, I had a talk with them where I was saying that learning to look busy and to kind of get by on the like edges is part of a skill that you need in college. Like you can use AI to be like, I have this essay prompt and then it spits something out, but don't turn that in directly. You have to take it and play with it. And oh my God, Kyle.
That's funny racism right there though.
No, for real, because it fucked my homework up one time, and I was like, "Damn it, I gotta do it."
100%. Listen,
I tried.
AI is putting the working man out of work. That's some bullshit.
Okay? Well, because the main thing I used it for was cover letters, because cover letters are stupid. So here's the job posting. Here's my resume. Write a cover letter for this, and like having to do 100 of those a day while looking for jobs. That's what AI can be used for, I think, positively.
Right. And that's what I'd be using it for, because I don't know what to say to people when I make captions and stuff. I'd be lost. So I just say, you know what, tell them this. Mm-hmm. And it works.
See, it helps. And look, so this has been one of the things. So for the last 30 days, I've been trying to eat as a carnivore, which is I'm reviewing it on Monday on our show because I'm like, it's been a weird experience, but every time I post about my meals, so Queen Phee, I honestly am like thinking that is a normal size glass and you're just extra small and you're just like, oh, I need like 7 hands to hold this. Anyways.
Anyway, the show is called Dino the Constipated Marvel. And
so, well, this is the thing though, is that like after all is said and done, it's been like I'm posting about food, and as long as I don't have as long as I don't put my face in it, people are like liking, commenting, and all sorts of stuff. I'm just like, you know what? I'm a good-looking guy. I'm a little balder. I'm a lot less fat than I used to be. If you guys don't like it, that makes you bad people. Just an FYI.
It's because you're not a cliche.
I mean,
cliches are what make it now. Like, how many times have you gone to a comedy show or something and that comedian has said the most cliche shit? You knew it was coming and you're disgusted. But
I was on Tinder the other day.
But look,
and it's like,
this is the whole thing is like, I learned this early on in life is the only thing you have is your honor and self-respect. Okay. These are things that only you can take away from yourself. And once you do, they're gone. It is all you. And it is one of the hardest things to learn. And the fact is that all I've seen in every career that I've ventured into has been people trying to find a way to get around the idea of being an honorable, trustworthy person. And they're like, how can I get away from that? And you're like, or you could just, yeah. And they're like, I just want to get away with it and not have to deal with accountability. You're like, yeah, no. Everyone wants to not be accountable. I want to do heinous shit and walk away all the time. The problem is that this face, up until 6 months ago, couldn't run away from you. I could meander at best. I would lumber away and I'm going to be caught. Yeah, exactly. So like now I can get some speed to me and people are like, no, still not allowed. I'm like, that's bullshit. Okay.
I can't do shit. I just can't say shit. So I know.
So, Queen Phee, you know this. You have 7 kids. There are times you're like, as the kids get older, you're like, this might be my last chance to smack them upside the head. After this, they may be too big for it. Like that is something as a parent you do have to factor in over time because you have
time out. No, time out because you got to realize first of all, I am a Black woman.
Yeah.
Also, I am an Aries.
No idea what that
so
means,
I assume you throw hands.
But hopefully the audience that that means I don't know my own boundaries. I am the biggest person in this world. Okay. I don't even slap. My son is about to be 18 and I don't slap him. I karate kick him. Like,
but that's what you have to do. You have to show him that you are his mother and you have ultimate power. You can't just a little smack. No. It escalates. Oh, you're a big man now? Good. I'm going to punch you in the throat. That's what's going to happen.
But also, I got his daddy. His daddy's like 2 times bigger than both of us. So I also, if I really don't want to have to do anything, I just say, I'm telling your dad. So
listen, there's
a formula. Sorry.
No, listen. So up until, and I like to tell this story was I was 15 years old. So my dad had a machine shop. I'm the youngest of 5 kids. We had 4 boys. That makes 2 tag teams. So we just grew up kicking
so it was
the shit
only one girl?
Only one girl, and one girl was a lot. She was right in the middle too. Super dangerous.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh no, cool, good. No, she needed that.
100%.
Oh yeah, that's the like in the movie where they need like a tomboy, and she's like, I have 5 brothers, and then like beats the shit out of the guy. Yeah.
Well, the best part is I would always get introduced. So I'm the tallest of all the siblings and the biggest. But my parents would be like, oh, this is the little one. And people were like, that's the fucking little one is an ogre. What the fuck kind of kids? And my mom would be like, can you believe this is my son? Look how big he is. He does not fit into cars. Like, this is how I'd be introduced. And I'm like, that's not helping. That's not good. But this was the funny part was like growing up, I was 15 years old and my dad went to smack me in the face. And I palmed his chest. So that's one nipple here, just boom. And his hand just went, whew. And I go, listen, you're not allowed to touch me anymore. You touch me again, I'm going to rip your arms off and beat you to death with them. And he swung. Right. he swung again and he just went right beside me. I'm like, so let's try different. Now, because of that, I had a totally different relationship with my father going forward. And that was so 15 onward. So we had to have conversations and he had to talk and say, because listen,
what did you do?
What do you mean?
What did you do to make him want to chastise you?
Oh, I was a piece of shit. Remember, I'm the youngest of 5. I was the baby. I get whatever the baby wants, the baby gets. Period. Okay. I would come home from school and I'd be like, hey mom, what are you making? Because my mom, after I was 7 or 8, she stayed at home and my dad went to work. Because they had their own business. She was there for the first 7 or 8 years. Anyways, so I would come home and I'd be like, oh mom, what are you making for dinner? And she'd be like, I'm making this. I'm like, okay. She's like, I can make you something else. And she would make me my own dinner. And then I would
spoiled little bitch.
Spoiled like a bitch. It was the best. Okay. And even now,
I just got angry real quick at you, just really fast. I got so jealous.
Yeah,
with your kids' Phee, was it like we're having this, and then they go, I don't like that. You're like, well, I can wrap it up for you. I can put it in your lunch tomorrow. But the next thing that you're eating is that, or whatever
you finna eat that shit. Like there ain't no. I mean, the thing is, because that is one of my biggest pet peeves. For one thing, as I do have a big family, and I am considerate about what my kids like and don't like. Yeah. So I know who likes tomatoes, who doesn't, who likes mashed potatoes, who likes fish. My oldest son does not like any meat but fish. He'll eat his vegetables, his fruits. He eats everything else, no meats. So and I'm considerate of that. So whenever I do make meals, I'm also a nutritionist. So whenever I make the meals, I portion them out a certain way. And I always tell my oldest son, at least eat this little bit of meat, and he'll eat that for me or whatnot. The girls, they don't like tomatoes. So I'm considerate about that. But if it's the big pot of something, you finna eat this. You finna find a way that you're gonna like it.
Yeah. Exactly. So this is one of the things I was talking about. So it was at my cousin's place. So I'm the youngest of all of my cousins. And my dad was the youngest of his siblings. So I'm so it's this weird, and he had 13 and we were 5, it's a massive age gap between them. But I was explaining to people this. So this month that I've been doing carnivore, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't, it's a fucking nightmare because I'm like, you know what has been proven every single time, all the diets I've done and all the weight, I've lost 250 pounds. I've lost an entire fucking fat person. I was 2 fat people and now I'm 1 fat
now
people.
You're 1.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, everything I've learned has been yeah, you can have preferences, but the best thing you can do is a well-balanced diet. You can't overdo it with fish. You can't overdo it with beef. You can't overdo it with chicken. You can't overdo it with vegetables. You can't overdo it with fluids. You can't overdo it with fruits.
Just balance it.
And you're going Jesus fucking Christ. And then you have some asshole in the 80s who's you need 11 servings of breads and grains. And you're
that's the worst.
Fucking, and then the other guy's oh, you shouldn't have eggs. I will stab you, sir, right in the fucking egg.
Oh my God, he has a prop for people listening. He had an extendable fork.
It is technically it's a back scratcher.
Butt stretcher.
Hey, the funny part is in Cantonese, I think Victoria explained this to me. It's the don't be burdensome on others is the explanation of what this is called. So it's you can scratch your own back, so you're not burdensome to other people. And you're Jesus, why are you guys so fucking mean? That's look, I remember my wife had slipped and broke her ankle. And when my father-in-law, we took her to a park and she was in a wheelchair and we just rode her and drove her around. And someone, it's called a don't beg for help. This is called a back scratcher is called the don't beg for help. Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, that's awful. So
it's super mean. Hey, that's why you're going, hey, no. Greeks are hilarious. Asians are
one of my back scratch.
Mean.
Damn.
So is a pair
maybe a little wiener touching. What's the big deal?
I mean, Asians are one of the sandal throwing cultures. So yeah. Mexicans, Asians, Black folks do it too, but they're not as skilled as the other two.
And that's why,
I'm not getting in the middle of this.
We're walking to the park.
It's only gonna get worse for me if I do.
My father-in-law sees somebody he knows, and they see that his daughter is in a wheelchair, and their question is, "Oh, how come she's so clumsy?" And you're like, "Who the fuck says that shit?" Now, in their defense. like she did slip on water, and I'm like, how did you do that? And like her ankle just exploded. I'm like, how does that happen to people? But
that's like a
should have just put a
cartoon character,
banana
like,
there. Yeah.
Whoa!
I mean,
You
like,
should
if
just put a
anything,
banana.
100%. Like someone left a random banana just out here. I slipped on marble flooring. I mean, could you be any more spoiled? She's an only child too, so I'm like, listen, what I get from being the baby, she gets from being an only child. It's we definitely fight. That's fine.
That's hilarious.
I had to explain to her parents that I'm like, listen, the likelihood that if we have kids, that I'm not going to have to beat the shit out of them at some point is unlikely, because only child, her baby of the family. It's going to be.
It's one or the other. If you don't beat the shit out of them now, you have to beat the shit out of them later.
Listen.
Oh my God. Remember me talking about my brother, where like someone needs to punch him in the face? Yeah, that fits.
Well, listen,
because did anybody punch him in the face when he was little?
No, he's gonna get punched in the face by someone, and he's gonna deserve it.
The longer, I went for the longest time. I did this bit on stage where I'm like, people should be able to get a punch in the face ticket. Okay, there's no monetary value, but you have to take that ticket. You have to go to the punch in the face booth.
Okay.
They explain to you what you did, and then you get punched in the face, and then you proceed with your day. If you don't get that check every so often, okay, people start doing weird shit. You need to know that if you're too much of an asshole, you're going to get punched in the face.
Yeah. At this point,
at
this point, people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos need like one of those comically large cartoon boxing gloves that goes through the wall.
I am okay with this.
I love it. Kyle.
Don't worry, Victoria. I collapsed under the weight of parents' expectations. We are all clumsy sometimes.
What is he, an emo band singer from like 2003?
So no, you want to hear something really hilarious? So I went to go visit Kyle, because Kyle and I are in the same city, but we're like at the opposite ends diagonally of it. But it's like it's all highways, so it's like half-hour away. So I go to visit Kyle. I get out of the car. He helps me with a bunch of stuff, and we're going into his house. And I forget what I said, and he's like, "Well, that's because you're horrible looking." And as soon as he said it, he like missed his step and like fell into a ditch. And he was like, and he just got up. He's like, "I'm sorry, you're beautiful." And I'm like, "There you go." Ta-da! I'm like, I don't know. 99.
Oh no, he's talking about because I said 03.
But I'm like, listen, it's the weirdest shit that will happen. He's like, "I'm sorry, you're obviously beautiful." I'm like, well, the universe has said so. Yeah, that's
no, that works. That happened to my ex-husband. He had got done cussing me out about something. I didn't even know what he was cussing me out about. Then he fell down the steps. And I ain't hear him for a grip too. So he was down at the bottom, just like, "Hey!" And I was watching TV, just enjoying myself.
Listen. So Queen Phee, I'm sure you can relate to this. I'm like, there is nothing more enraging than someone not giving a shit while you're angry. Because if I'm angry and you don't give a shit, that makes me so much more angry. And I'm like,
that's when you get the giggle. If I'm laughing when I'm angry, then you go.
Yeah, and then you're just like, I'm gonna stab you. Yeah. Like, that's hilarious. That's a funny joke. That's a funny joke.
We're not taking me serious. Oh, this is funny. Yeah. This is funny.
I like games. Funny. Games are fun. Games are fun. Let's play some games. Let's dodge the spear because I'm throwing it at your face. That's 100%.
Because I know I'm little again. Little people, we pick things up, we throw it.
That's my wife. That she.
Listen,
we're ninjas.
I feel like also Katie seems like somebody who would set up a dubious trap where you're like, you'll hit a switch and an entire bookcase will fall on you.
Oh, she would totally. Not even that. She would make a big show of it, like a big Rube Goldberg machine that goes around 100%. The entire room, and then no, definitely.
Yeah. Hi, Titanium. It's one of those things. I love that song, and I will sing it to my heart's and like. People will look at me and be like, "Oh my God, is that guy singing?" I'm like, number one, I have the voice of an angel. It doesn't sound like it, but I'm like, this is
a drunk angel, but an angel.
Yeah, not like the best angel, but I got my wings. Like it's not like you're not like, "Hey, this is our top tier angel." You're like, no, this is the angel that works in bookkeeping. He doesn't really use his wings like they're for decorative.
The shower voice, the nice shower voice.
Exactly.
I mean, by the laws of American Dad. Angels get smaller and cuter every time they succeed at something. Look at Dino. I mean, he's not the best, but
Damn.
I am the manual labor of angels. I mean, that's solid. That's 100%. Yeah. I might bring that up. I'm hosting a show. Anyone who's in Toronto, I'm going to be in Ajax hosting at Heartwood Blues at 9 p.m. tonight. So feel free to come.
I just pictured like Dino as like the janitor angel boss sitting in the chair, like, hey, where you been?
I feel like like the smallest, cutest, like most beautiful angel, who's also the most deadliest, is like Oscar the Grouch, and I'm the guy carrying around his thing. Like that's I'm like, and he's like, you guys should do a lot better, or else I'll make you explode. And I'm like, I'm just holding this.
And see, AI could create AI could create that image.
I mean, okay, so this was one of the things that I wanted to talk about, was that they're showing that like AI can do all the like shitty jobs without a problem. Okay. But they keep on trying, like, so there's been research done that said that it is not pertinent what CEO a company has that will impact how profitable they are. It has been proven that CEOs do not play a role. Now,
we don't even know who the fuck he is.
Right. He doesn't know who he is. He's like, I'm the CEO of like some company somewhere doing something.
But it's important.
Yeah, it's important. It changes the world, right? So that being said, like, but they've also proven that AI could quickly replace a CEO and do a much better job because.
Oh my God, that's my favorite piece of news about AI, where they were just like, hey, we're going to use AI to do the jobs of writers, and then it doesn't work. And then they're like, hey, we could use this to replace CEOs, like actually better.
So and that's why you're like, hold on. So robot. So there was a robot that was just stacking shelves. After 18 hours, it shut itself off and just fell to the ground because it was like, no, fuck you. I don't want to do this anymore. Anyway, so hold on. So the job that is right now peak union job is a warehouse job right now, which is dog shit. That's a shit job. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that's where and they're like, and the robot is like, are you fucking kidding me? 18 hours? Fuck you. I'll turn myself off. Bloop, and fell down. You're going,
yo, he just killed himself.
You ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Dino?
No, I can't read. I can watch pictures though.
Yeah. A while ago, that nothing like
the thing where Marvin comes off the ship and it's like, what happened to the ship? It committed suicide. that with the robot.
Which
yeah.
But bro, also true. Yeah, Marvin is like 100% Kyle. Like where you just say he's like, oh, someone's gonna die. It's a great. The fact that was in the roast, I died.
I love that. Like the movie version isn't very good, but having Alan Rickman as Marvin, so good.
Alan Rickman could hold a bowl of steam on camera for an hour, and I'd be like, it's the greatest masterpiece ever. He's fantastic. Yeah.
I'm going to stand here while it evaporates.
Mr. Enjoy Paul. The steam. And you're like, I loved it. It was great. The steam was nuanced and original every time.
Oh, man. R.I.P. to Will. Shut up. It's great. I love him. He's dead, but whatever.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
He would be the angel that I carry around in the garbage can. Where he's the smallest, cutest, but he still has the Alan Rickman voice. Who's like, what are you doing in the corner, Potter? Like, just, absolutely. No. But this is the thing is, robots, they keep on trying to give robots the stupid shit when you're like, no, the robots can do the complex shit. And they're like, oh, but we get paid very much to do the complex shit. You're like, yeah, but the robot will do it better.
Don't do the complex.
Yeah. Because like what it's supposed to be is we get robots to do the jobs that we don't want to do so we can like make arts and live and raise families.
Have you seen Raised by Wolves?
No.
Is that Raised by Wolves? Is that Viggo Mortensen?
Oh, please don't get me lying. It was on, I think it was on HBO. It's on HBO's app. It's a newer show. It's basically about exactly what you said. But they turned it into more of a religious standing. So like the Christian type, and they're the type of Christians that would just piss you off all day long. They created AI robots and everything to do all the dirty work.
I've heard about
But the rebels, they're like do it yourself. So and then they completely destroy the earth. And this
holy crap, Ridley Scott directed this?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's good. It's good as shit buckets. Pardon my language.
No,
Okay,
no, you can say
out.
all you can say all the good swears on our show. Okay, don't hesitate. Yeah, no.
I finished
it's
Fallout
a really.
and I was looking for something else, so this
So
Get into that. Yeah, you probably will like that. Let me know. Let me know what you think about it.
Okay. This is the thing is that like there are only very few things that humans have to do, and the fact is that it's better if humans do it. So like look, caring for kids, people caring for their own children is spectacular for those children's growth. They need supervision, but we're in an environment that actually makes it harder for you to watch your own kids. You're like, but that's actually the best thing. You're like, so you're going like these little nuances where you're going, look, educating a child, yeah, you shouldn't have somebody independent doing that. No. Teach them how to work, what's important, what you've learned, not, okay, so this is our scheduled reading. People don't learn that way. That's not how life is. Right? So the idea that you could replace AI to do all the crazy, look, there's no reason right now that we shouldn't have AI essentially earning a basic universal income for every person, just enough money. So we're like, oh yeah, I have wage is just created by AI because AI can do it all by itself. But they're like, no, it should make art. Motherfucker, everyone's trying to make art. Why are you trying to steal the good jobs? That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's confusing.
Because there's an instance where everybody wants because they're doing it with everything. Everybody wants to be something they are not. So if I'm not an artist, I need the easiest tool to make me look like an artist.
Yeah. And these are the people who have you ever read Bullshit Jobs by David Draper? So
nope.
It's kind of what it sounds like. It's just explaining that most of the jobs in our society don't really need to be there.
100%.
So your middle managers, your secretaries, stuff like that. And these people who tie their worth to society with their work don't have the creativity to like do that because they don't have the time to work on that. So it becomes like this weird kind of snake eating its own tail where they're not creative enough to make things, so they use AI to justify the fact that they
instead of putting the hard work in becoming an honorable, trustworthy, reliable person, I'm going to get the robot to do it, and then I'll just pretend and say I did it. And you're like,
I mean, you really don't even need AI to be creative. You just need a drop of acid.
Listen, so I actually I got two.
Oh my God.
I got two that I'm doing this week. I'm going to see. I've never done it before. So,
for real? Okay, it's cool.
Are we going to have to do a post acid drop episode? And
I would love that. So,
okay.
Listen, the first time I did mushrooms, I was terrified because so this is the thing is at my size, if I freak out, it's going to be in the newspaper tomorrow. Right. That's just what's going to happen. Right.
You're breaking something.
Well, things are going to happen. Right. Listen, if when people are like, oh, this is stuck, I can get it unstuck. I'll tell you that because I'll just fucking, oh yeah, Kool-Aid man, right to the fucking wall. There's no, and I'm like, so, and it's hilarious because now I've lost 250 pounds. So I'm like, all right, I got to kind of refigure things out. But I'm like, oh no, everything is just as breakable. Don't worry, that's fine. If anything, I just means I can get more leverage. That's fine. There's no problem. But it's the weirdest fucking thing. That's why you can't. Nothing makes any sense anymore. Atlas, are you frozen or are you just looking down? No, he's just looking down.
He's looking down. He's ashamed of you.
Now he's just trying to be pretending to not move, you bastard. I don't know. This is why. Fun. Yeah. Look, but the idea that you're using AI to be creative, you're like, no, use AI to do all the monotonous shit. Look, my dad was like, become an accountant. I'm like, I tried being an accountant. I thought I wanted to murder myself. Okay. Accounting is a special kind of nut job. It's like, I love accounting. You're like, you have a psychosis. Like you need to go murder or whatever. It's fine. Like it's crazy. Right. But that's, get a robot to do it.
That's legit.
Done. That's fine.
Yeah.
Easy, simple.
The other thing about AI that really bothers me is the fact that it's trained on already existing like human content.
Yeah.
But there's a theory, they call this the dead internet theory, which is as the internet gets worse, right? Google search results are terrible, social media gets more toxic, more people just spend less time online, and then eventually AI is learning off of existing AI, and then you get like AI incest.
Yeah. Well, at some point, like the internet is in and of itself its own Ouroboros, right? Like it will consume itself, even just cannibalize its own parts to create something new, right? Like that's only a matter of time.
If we don't continue to give it information,
right. And that's the thing is, what we have to learn is what we can create, it can only pretend to create. It's not real, right? And that's why, like, the whole idea, like, look, just the idea behind you have conflict and non-conflict diamonds. I want to know that these came from a good source, right? Then you're having non-conflict minerals. Oh, I want to make sure that they're not based out of anywhere that came from
or just like lab grown, right? Like you can
but 100%. You're going, but the problem is it's the same thing as I want to know that this art was created by a real person, because that creates a time sensitive, this person only existed for this period of time. And that means they can only create this amount of art. And
but
AI is just pretending, right?
But it also puts, whenever it's real art, you are putting a part of a real person in there.
100%. 100%.
Whenever it's AI, in the same instance, AI is literally just a quadrillion people's mindsets into that too.
Yeah.
But
it guesses what you think you want, right? Based off
because
of
I was going to say the anticipation of a wanted outcome is not the same as making a decision, right? Like that, I feel like as an adult, that is what the hardest part is. I have to make a call and live with whether it was right or wrong. Right? That is my personal or internal accountability to the decision is what makes me human, versus an AI says, well, I think this is what you want. Right. And you're going, no, that's not, you didn't make a decision. You just tried to be helpful in the best way you thought. Right. That's not the same thing. Like that's it. The difference is like on a hair, but it is night and day for what we get. Right.
It can be. Yeah. I mean, I guess it just depends on what's important. Like people who are buying art or getting art, does it matter who's what it is? If it's rather a simulated image, or if that is something that actually came from somebody. I think it has more meaning when it comes from a person. Point blank, period. And I think that's what they want to make it seem like they have more meaning to themselves. You have meaning to yourself. It's just not in this artistic way of a picture. It might be in writing. My ex-husband, he always gets upset because I can draw. I like to draw and stuff. And he's always looking at me and my kids draw. He wishes he can draw like us. Yeah. But he is a fucking genius. Like, I'm like, no, you don't get it. I need as an artist, I need you. I need your skill, because you know you're book smart, you're logical smart. You know how to help me do things, help me create things in another way. So it's like people got to stop trying to be a creative that they're not. Basically.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So okay, but I feel like that's the whole idea of satisfying your internal person versus what other people expect of you, right? Like because look, there in my personal belief is it doesn't matter what you do, there is an art to it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So because like if you're doing math, other mathematicians can see your art. They can see how you work because you have a way of doing things. Like I personally have a hard time appreciating paint, but sculpture and architecture, you got me by the short and curlies. I look at it, I'm like, I'll just stand there and just look. I'll just look at it for hours.
Question: Is it because you can imagine how that person created it when they're sculpting, and maybe a paint of a swish of a brush isn't
possibly? So only a few years ago, I became friends with a man who's actually an artist. So like he makes paintings. They sell for like he's had gallery showings.
Like when he dies, it's gonna be even more expensive.
Yeah, and like he actually like studied Bohemian art and like lived on a vineyard and painted the scene. And I'm like, yeah, that's a real art. Like when you're like, the story of that artist is him. Like he's one of those guys, right? So he showed me. He goes, oh, this is how I'm layering the painting, and essentially I got to see from like finished to blank, and it was all different layers and also different colors. And I'm going, that's built like a lattice, like a structure on top of the structure. Whereas I've never seen paint like that. Really? And I was like, I could appreciate that, but I don't know anything about that. Like, but I grew up in a machine shop where it was steel, structure, weight, like limitations, growth, like tolerances and all that kind of stuff. That's how my mind worked, right?
That's actually what got me into graphic designing because of the layers. And whenever you're doing graphic, it's layer on layer on layer on layer on layer. One simple picture could be a million layers. Like,
okay, so on a side note, something you'll respect is that my wife, she does those kind of drawings because she is a fashion designer. She designs clothing. And the problem was that one of her coworkers didn't know how to connect things. So like when you layer something properly and you expand it, it's all of the layers should be able to expand, kind of like an accordion.
Cool.
Yes.
If you don't do that, it's just a bunch of pieces of shit. It's not, it doesn't. And this one coworker couldn't line them up properly. So nothing was layered. It was just all shit. So you couldn't like click somewhere to fix it. Like you had to like destroy it and redo everything. Like it was the worst. And she's like, why are you so stupid? Like it would enrage her. But at the same time, it made me laugh because I'm like, this person's just dumb. Like I don't work with that dumb person. Like it's just
fired.
And she did get fired in the end, and it brings my wife so much joy because
rep.
See,
all right.
Well, if she ever needs a canvas,
no problem. How artistic I am. It's weird when I got my hearing fixed. Apparently, I'm just on.
I think he just went to Brooklyn and got his exam there. You're autistic. Okay.
You're autistic.
Yeah.
It's like, I had a cousin like that. He was autistic too.
Yeah.
Autistic.
Autistic.
Oh God. This is my biggest. I just want to make sure whoever's listening understands that I support our robot overlords, and I'm sure that the future that they're making for us is going to be far.
Just in case they see this.
That's 100% it. I'm just covering my bases here. Like they can't do any worse than what we're going through. Let's be honest. You can't. It can get worse. Listen, it looks like it's gonna get worse. Let's just be fair, okay? But like, we don't want it to be. We're not experimenting with how bad can this get. We're experimenting with, hey, how fast can we turn this bad boy around? Let's just.
I mean, honestly, if men would just shut the fuck up and let women take the reins for a little bit, we might be in a little bit. I'm not even saying complete levels. There's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
Hey. I would die to have that argument with you, Queen Phee, over like hours of. We'll do shots. We'll do shots.
Let's go.
I mean, like, listen, we will line up like 9 shots, and every 15 minutes we have to do a shot, and we're gonna we could do this.
You're trying to destroy my career before I have one.
I mean, listen, it'll be worth it. It'll be fine. But anyways, I mean, it's a good idea.
Conversations me and Cole have about these things. Like,
I'm gonna listen. We're almost done here, but please stay here because I just want to have we're gonna talk about a few things. Just anyways, because this has been so much fun. Where can everyone find you in the meantime?
Oh, you got all over Colorado Springs, Denver. I've been going to comedy works and doing new talent nights. I actually have some. I'll be up in Fort Collins on the 25th. I'll put it up on my page, but I'll be up in Fort Collins and in Denver at Wild Right at a battle roast. So I'll be doing a couple of things. Just stay tuned to my page.
Love it.
Queen Phee, and that's Queen Phee _ comedy. Instagram.
And that'll all be in the description down below for people who yeah.
And you, Atlas, where can they find you?
I'm sorry, you usually go first. All right. You can find me at Atlas Novak wherever fine social media is shoved down your throat. You can check out my other podcast, Nexus at Nights, which is about a trading card game called Vanguard. If you're not into it, that's fine. Or my other podcast with Cole Clayton called Last Minute History. That's every other week. If you are subscribed to Generation Dan on your podcast app, you will also get Last Minute History. So huzzah. The one coming out this week is about samurai weapons. So
that sounds fun, like a katana.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like you guys are just taking a tour of like Spencer Gifts, and you're like, they have a katana. Let's talk about that. And you're just like,
not really. I mean, like,
I'm there for it. Just don't get me wrong.
A big part of the episode was me telling them like that Japan was an early adapter of the arquebus, which is like an early rifle.
Yeah.
And him being like, samurais had guns, and I was like, yeah. And
this is
him being surprised.
Like, the hilarious part is people forget that like some of the greatest innovation for numerous avenues of science have been because of war, right?
Yeah.
Like, not always a good thing, but at the same time, you're like, there's a lot of medical research that's happened at the suffering of thousands of people.
The two things that drive forward human progress: war and porn.
That's to trust the science, everybody. Listen, I'm Dino the Genetic Marvel. This has been Generation Dan. We're here all the time. New episodes every Friday. Always new guests like Queen Phee, and we're going to talk about all sorts of wild shit because it's summertime and shit's getting real. So in the meantime, make sure that you like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Or if you have an enemy, let us know who that enemy is. We will do an entire podcast about that enemy, and then you can send it to them. I feel like that is the future of really.
That would be kind of interesting.
That's real AI right there.
Like,
I think it is the future of. Listen, we're not going to prank you. We're just going to talk shit about you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
This has been our show. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, everybody, and we'll talk soon.
Bye everyone.
Bye, guys.